Now Kerr, and she shoots. Oh, Sam Kerr! Fantastic strike. And Sam Kerr did what Sam Kerr does. Yes, thank you very much indeed. As we look to wrap up the Rebel female football round with two old rivals going head-to-head. The Perth Glory in 4th spot at the moment against Melbourne City in 8th. And Melbourne City a couple of seasons ago broke the Perth Glory Hearts, winning here in a grand final. And if they win here tonight, then the current 8th spot suddenly becomes a top 4 spot for them. So a lot on the line for them.
It's going to be a big game tonight. I think, as you said, there's a little bit of history already developing between these teams. Melbourne City haven't been in the competition too long, but have been so successful. And Perth Glory have said pipped at the post over here at NIB Stadium a couple of years ago, and be looking to make a statement of intent tonight.
And this extraordinary Melbourne City side with 3 titles in a row. They just make a habit of coming good at the right end of the season. They've not had the easiest of starts, but they've had a lot of problems injury-wise.
It's going to be interesting to see how they can cope tonight.
It certainly is, and Glory are unchanged from their victory last week with Campbell in goal, Rigby, Norton, Carroll, Onions, McKenna, Stanton, May, Mortz, Kerr and Rachel Hill. And of course Sam Kerr and Rachel Hill are scoring goals for fun. Their coach Bobby Desposovsky, and they're lining up in their traditional formation, Jamie.
Yes, they are, 4-3-3. We saw Sam Kerr quite wide last week. We'll see if that plays out again.
And for Melbourne City, the very experienced and excellent goalkeeper Lydia Williams, Nielsen, Vlajnic, Barnes. Blissett is back from suspension, but Kellen Knight goes into midfield after a stint at centre-back last week. Kinga and Dobson as well in that lineup for them. And that's a good set of subs for the Melbourne City in particular. Helen Kasira is on the bench, along with Stamadovos and Sakalis, Radiovic, the coach, and Aquino, Gale, Douglas and Falletta for Glory, as we await the whistle from Katie Patterson, who checks the watch and blows the whistle, and a grand final rematch from a couple of years ago is underway here at NIB Stadium. Quick early touch for Simon.
I think you're going to find a very quick tempo from both sides early in the game. Perth Glory would certainly like to stamp their authority.
Throw from Rigby, and Hill wins another throw, so Rigby trots along about 15 metres down the line, takes the second throw of the game. And she won't be too happy with that. Melbourne City will take the throw in.
Straight away, Perth Glory looking to press. They're a team that has to play a high tempo with the players they have. I don't think you can ask Sam Kerr to play any other way apart from high tempo. Melbourne City certainly renowned for that and being able to dictate games in previous seasons.
Getting forward very quickly here as well. Melbourne City, after some uncertainty at the back initially from Blissett, back in the team after suspension, and then Callan Knight tied it up. Now Kerr, bit of space, never give Kerr space in behind. Sam Kerr, crowd rises already. They know what they expect from Sam Kerr. Hill, similar to last week, tries to turn, can't get the shot in though. And in the end, it's cleared away for the throw-in. Hill, Mortz, now Kerr's in the middle. Mortz, right-footed cross, Sam Kerr takes it past Williams, who does brilliantly, stretches and palms the ball away. We'll look at the replay to see if maybe Kerr should have hit that first time. But Lydia Williams, what a fine piece of goalkeeping against someone of Kerr's ability. Just got the hands to the ball and pushed it away. For Melbourne City, allowed to turn. Simon in a lot of space, which is not something coaches will want to hear about their teams when they're facing Kaya Simon. Right foot cross. And that was Kinga in there with the header. As I said, she did miss a headed opportunity last week for much closer ending. Spencer seeing a bit more of the ball. The ball was on through the centre there, but she didn't see the run. Tamika Budd, I think it was, who'd made the run. Now Kerr. Hill had to check. Hill's gone offside again. Kerr might have to go alone. And she shoots! Oh, Sam Kerr! Fantastic strike! Well, she had to go on her own, so she went on her own, and Sam Kerr did what Sam Kerr does. What a strike that was.
Well, she just keeps gaining the plaudits, doesn't she, Sam Kerr? Well, you did say she had to go alone. I'm sure she had no hesitation. And they just continue to back off Melbourne City, and that's dangerous. 3-4 players around the ball. Absolutely arrowed into the far corner. She twists and turns, changes Barnes's feet around. That's an unerring strike into the far corner of the net. Fantastic goal by Sam Kerr.
And of course, the first marquee in the W League, and that's why she is worth marquee status. Quite tremendous, and quite possibly the most recognisable football face in the country at the moment, Sam Kerr. Now, can City strike back? Spencer with a header. My goodness, it wasn't too far away. Now, another chance here for Glory. Oh, and I'll tell you what, if they've gone down then, and Williams has to go to her right. Now, driving run going forward. Tamika Butt finds Simon. He's got to try and make that same impact as Kerr has made for Glory. And she draws the foul there from Rigby. And again, Glory will be a little bit relieved. That started outside the penalty area. Cullen Knight plays it short. There's the strike, right-footed. Oh, and it just over the bar. Nice little move from the free kick. Glory a little bit flat-footed. And that was a good strike on goal by Kinga. Now, chance for Glory to get the ball forward towards Kerr. It's a great run in behind again. Great control. Kerr bearing down on goal. Looks for a teammate and finds one in. Hill. Kerr to Hill. Into the back of the net. And Perth Glory lead by 2-0. Classic breakaway football.
And who needs much of the ball when you can do things like that? It's a wonderful ball from Shannon May. Nielsen gets caught out ball watching. You can't afford to do that when there's someone like Samantha Kerr bearing down. Well, it's the dynamic duo, isn't it? Sam Kerr to Hill.
Free kick in. Kerr, far post. Oh, Norton. Kerr, did she keep it in? No, the flag has gone up on this near side. But again, Kerr and then Norton playing head tennis in the Melbourne City area. A solid bit of pressure on Perth Glory, but they can't get the ball long enough, despite their repeated possession. Now, that was lazy, and Jasmine Spencer cutting in. Oh, squares the ball on her right foot, and that's a great block because that was going goalwards. Kinga. And Butt's shot was definitely goal, and that one is too, but not enough power on it. And good goalkeeping from Eliza Campbell, who held the ball as Spencer came in looking for any spillage. Bit of space here for Melbourne City, and they have got it to Spencer. Rigby, who made the block. Touch for a strike on goal, and again, Campbell's footwork was good. She had her body right behind the ball, and she held it well.
Jasmine Spencer does come out wide. There's no one getting in the box for them, unlike Perth Glory, who always have someone there.
McKenna got it to Hill. She keeps it. Kerr trying to turn. On Mortz, tried to place it. Williams, telescopic arms. She looks like she's got at times. And then a terrible mistake by Melbourne City. Gives the ball straight to Hill, and she drives. And that's going to take a special strike to beat a prepared Lydia Williams. Blissett. Spencer with a good turn and a good run over ahead of her. Here is Butt, and again the finish wasn't there, straight at the goalkeeper.
Perth Glory a little bit more.
And there is the half-time whistle. And as Glory head off. It's Perth Glory 2, Melbourne City 0 here at half-time at NIB Stadium. And here we are, ready to go, the second half. And Melbourne City, you would think, have got to strike early in this second stanza, Jamie Harmwell, to get themselves back in the game.
Well, I think they need to employ a higher tempo, and we're seeing that already straight away with a high press. Trying to win the ball back, but their ball movement was just too slow.
Here's Kerr again, just as the first half began. So we have Sam Kerr back on the ball again. Ball to the edge of the box, and in the end, it didn't evade quite enough people. Oh, and it's Mortz who's got herself some space in the penalty area. Stabs the ball towards goal, and Rachel Hill, well, she has scored from much more difficult positions than that. That was a bit of a miss. But she's evaded onions and then is brought down just as she might have been in a position to have a strike on goal. Can she show us what the Westfield W League has been missing? Oh, she can! And Melbourne City are right back in this. And Jamie Harmwell's first half prediction comes to fruition. I've got a funny feeling that we might see Eliza Campbell will be a bit disappointed, but it was a fantastic strike with that lethal left foot. Oh, now Hill is in behind the defence. There's a tug on her. That might bring sanction from the referee later. She stayed on her feet. Kerr deflected, and it's 3-1. And you make your own luck in football. And Sam Kerr gets the deflection. It will be her goal. It was heading goalwards anyway. And Glory lead by 3-1. Rachel Hill breaking free, getting tugged back, stayed on her feet, and the ball, once it breaks to Kerr, well, we know what happens next. Jasmine Spencer, who's been hard-working and lively throughout the game. And that's a good cross too. Oh, and that's a fantastic save. That is a world-class save. Dobson with the strike at the far post. And we've been talking about the potential of Eliza Campbell. That was a wonderful save. The game is very stretched at the moment. Some labouring going on as they try to get out of their penalty area, Melbourne. Morts, Kerr! Oh, Williams can't keep it out. That's the hat-trick for Sam Kerr. Or as the flag is up and the celebrations will be cut short. 64th minute we're approaching now. Oh, sorry, we're approaching the 65th. And we already want to put it to bed. Here's Hill. Header from Kerr. Hill check back inside. Oh, little dink off the bar. And that one's in and the flag stays down this time. And that is Alyssa Morts on the far side who put it in. It was McKenna who nearly scored one of the goals of the season with that delicate little chip. Came back off the bar. I didn't look up to the referee's assistant that time, but Morts was onside and popped away the rebound. This is good work by Melbourne City down here. Here is Spencer again. Penalty. And I think that's a fair enough call. Staunton into the back of Spencer. Oh, Elise Calland-Knight, a centre-back last week. Back in preferred midfield territory. Already got one tonight. And that is a very, very accomplished penalty. And Melbourne City keep the game alive. There's no doubt about that. 4-2.
Plays a fullback, but have seen her further forwards in the local women's.
Here to make a butt. Another fine save. It's not cleared yet. No, Spencer, bit of pinball in the penalty area. Eventually gives the ball away. But for Melbourne City, as you say, Jamie, the comfort is there's a lot of players to come back as Kerr breaks again. Well, she looked to Morts on the right-hand side. She does. Morts back to Kerr. And just wide. And it's a goal kick. Kerr was pretty convinced it was blocked. Kerr again, he's onside. Left foot. Morts. And the flag stays down and Perth Glory wrap it up with their 5th goal of the game. Alyssa Morts. Glory happy to thump it away. The last 30 seconds. And in fact, the referee decides that is enough. And Perth Glory have won by 5-2 here at NIB Stadium. A really impressive performance against a Melbourne City side that dominated possession, but came up against Hill and Kerr and Morts and just could not keep them out. Perth Glory 5, Melbourne City 2.